As evening came, Percy travelled on his very dangerous journey. His journey was very dangerous because it was very dangerous indeed, because it was like a prisoner escaping and ran in the morning and in the night. On some days, on some of these very nice days, he would chuff in the morning, and at bad times in the night time, he would be chased. He came to some very nice place which is a bit quiet, where only the diesels worked. Percy had permission from the diesels, and they said he was allowed to be in that area, and they said you might find some steam engines in here that needed to be escaping too on some of these days. These are the nice days that you need to find something that was very interesting. Percy was just passing a forest when suddenly Percy stopped as he heard that strange hissing sound, which was in her somewhere. That sounds like a steam engine, he thought. The hiss came again. Who's there? Said Percy. Then a whisper came. Are you a Fed controller's engine that's on some secret job? Yes, I am. I'm proud of it. Thank goodness I'm Stanley. I'm a tank engine too, like you and Thomas and Duck. I'm escaping from some place which they want to know about my secret. My secret place was destroyed, but luckily I got my secret thing, which is some treasure, and it mustn't be shown to anybody, so I decided to come with you today. But what are you doing? Escaping from what? Bad engine school. That's not a nice place. Percy thought in the early days that law was not made when any school was a bit not very nice. It had some very brutal teachers with some brutal tools like whips. It is not very nice at all, not very nice indeed. In the times when Jesus Christ was executed on some stick S, like he was burned in some fire, which is what Cactus said as he played some of his characters. Have you heard that Jesus Christ was executed on some flames? Yes, I did. In some days that Jesus Christ was executed on some letter X sticks. Yes, and we did, and we might think that person's name is a swear word name. Yes, it is, and it's just his swear word name. And there's a church called the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or something. That was some interesting stuff. Some nice stuff indeed. Well, come on. Have you got some cow? Yes, I've got some cow. got lots more. My fire's still going. It's going to be a bit today, but I'll try my best to get my puff back. So the engine crews went to work, and Percy at night, they decided to put some disguises on. The engine crews were putting some sort of lime on Percy, and then some sort of brown cloth on Stanley. Yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo, yelled a bad Diesel. But it wasn't a bad Diesel, it was some of these aliens. Yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo, a steamer's escaping, yelled one of the passing aliens. Yoo-hoo, take no notice of them, said Percy, thinking that they were itching in the pain in the neck. Yes, the pain in the neck indeed. Stanley's driver and fireman got the piece of cloth on Stanley so that they look like ghost trains that weren't likely undead for some long years ago. Many long years. It was a long time ago when Percy had thought of a naughty plan to scare Thomas of teaching him to call Percy a silly little engine. They would soon stop before they got away. Accelerate came to see, and he didn't see Percy or Stanley, but ghost trains. He was a bit scared of ghost trains because he had some bad dreams about it. But he asked one of them if they'd seen Percy or Stanley, but Percy and Stanley in disguises pretended that they didn't see them. Accelerate took a look around all over them. Percy's driver and fireman and Stanley's driver and fireman, both their engine crews, were hiding in their cabs, hardly dared to breathe or poke their heads or hands or fingers or arms or elbows or feet out. They had to keep very quiet and very still. Accelerate gave up because he couldn't see any crew, not likely. He left. Way to. Said the engines. And the engines went off very quietly, not very nice and loud, just very quietly. As they went along, they chuffed along the tracks very nice and carefully, because I had to not let anybody know what is going on, except for the Diesels, because I know that these engines have come here and they decided to come here, and like I said, Diesels and Steamies had to work together, like Steamies and Diesel gangs. They need to work together on some night. Life was full of hard difficulties.